All right, so we call this the Razorback exercise. This is for your hamstrings. It's a much easier version than the Nordic hamstring curl for people to perform through a full range of motion. It doesn't necessarily mean the movement is less advantageous than the Nordic hamstring curl. It just makes it a lot more achievable for the majority of your clients to actually achieve training through a full range of motion. Now, what you're going to do here, you can use a GHR as shown in the video, or you can make an alternative setup similar to the Nordic. The biggest difference between the Nordic and the Razorbacks is that the knee is not directly down on a pad, so you're allowed to be able to straighten your legs and the thighs are now supported. So the fulcrum is actually shifted from the knee to the mid-thigh, which makes it a shorter lever arm, which is a reason why it's a lot easier for people to perform this through a full range of motion, in addition to the crouched position or the flat back position that the individual will perform it at, where they lurch out and down towards the floor, and then they lurch back and bring their butt back towards their heels, keeping the back flat. So again, between more of a crouched position and a shorter fulcrum or a shorter lever arm, that's what makes this exercise a little bit easier. Doesn't make it any less effective for building hamstring strength. In fact, you could argue it makes it more advantageous for people to build hamstring strength because they can do it more frequently and through higher reps and get longer time under tension. So from that standpoint, you could argue it's actually better to build strength hypertrophy as far as an exercise go. Doesn't mean the Nordic isn't useful or the Razorback isn't useful. We use both in our programming. Now this exercise becomes scalable to a lot of people if you simply put a band around the GHR or give a band assistance. As again, we want to try to encourage full range of motion. The benefit of this exercise is it lends its hand to more people succeeding through a full range of motion at the knee joint. As opposed to the Nordic, you'll notice a lot of people will fall because for many people it's actually a supramaximal exercise where they can't control the full range. We want to control the full range of motion and then progress to the Nordics and the various different progressions that we use to do a full Nordic hamstring curl. But again, that's not appropriate for everybody.